What's up guys, Andrew here on my channel Gear Inc., where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. And my channel, it's PC Tech, Games, and Gear. And what the hell, AMD? Yes, I am starting our video off today because I'm a little bit upset. Originally, I was going to be working on a video about upgrading your motherboard's BIOS for the new Ryzen 3000 CPUs if you didn't want to buy one of the new chipsets. I don't know why AMD is doing what they're about to do. So let me preface this. I'm not an Intel fanboy and I'm not an AMD fanboy. I, however, did not touch AMD with the 10-foot pole for the last decade because essentially they had nothing valuable to offer until Ryzen was released. We've all in the tech community been watching AMD struggle from this, seemingly it's unsurmountable advantage that Intel held for so long. But Intel got complacent, now they're paying the price for that, and it's good to see some real competition. So why, AMD, are you making these crazy expensive motherboards? Now, recently, it's come to light from the CEO of MSI that AMD is trying to position itself as a premium option for consumers. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to jump off the horse that got you across the finish line, or at least got you to the race. Because if you look in countries like Germany, AMD has been soundly outselling Intel for the last, year and a half or a year, somewhere right in there, based off a value model of cheaper hardware for good performance, and now basically exact same performance compared to what Intel has. I get it, because if you're comparing, let's say, the Ryzen 3900X compared to what the Intel variant has, it's still a pretty good offering. But these motherboards, some of which are upwards of $1,000, yes, I know that's a limited edition, but still is insane considering that they said the average cost of the motherboards for these new 570 chipsets are going to be 30% more than the current chipsets that we have. To put that in perspective, that is anywhere from like a $200 to $300 price increase. Yes, that chipset gives you higher memory support and it also gets you access to the PCI Gen 4.0, but let's talk about what you're sacrificing. So first off, they had to increase, for power delivery reasons, the wattage from 3 watts to 15 watts to make basically the motherboard work for the new system. In fact, in the release of the Ryzen 3000 announcement, one of the, I believe Asus is a manufacturer, we're talking about the difficulties that manufacturers will have by making the chipset work with the new Ryzen CPUs due to these power restrictions. The other thing is I'm already trying to figure out a way to get rid of those chipset fans, because I don't know if you guys ever used the original ones that have chipset fans. They mockingly said that, oh, they're not going to be that loud because you're going to have a GPU in your system and like a CPU cooler and stuff. But if memory served, it sounded a little bit like this. Maybe not that bad, but you get my point. There's only one motherboard from Gigabyte that currently does not have a chipset basically fan on it, and I'm already trying to brainstorm ideas on how to essentially get rid of that if I end up not buying that motherboard. So anyway, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me why AMD is taking this position. They've been able to basically undercut Intel and reclaim at least even footing in a way that hasn't been possible in the last, again, almost decade. And I think this is incredibly dangerous to try to increase the cost. I mean, I know there's R&D and they're trying to remake money. I get all that. But AMD, you don't have to position yourself as a premium option by actually charging more money. In fact, if you continue to charge less money than Intel and offer the exact same value or more performance for less money, you're going to make more money. That's the premium option. It would be great to have a company that's providing the best product that's actually less than the next guy over. So anyway, I just had to rant on this whole thing. The idea that these new motherboards are going to be running so expensive, and yeah, I know they're coming out with the more budget options down the line, which is the majority of what people are going to buy. But in terms of actually placing themselves as a premium option, AMD, all you have to continue to do is to provide better performance for less money than Intel, and we'll consider you not only the premium option, but the better option when we're making our purchasing decisions on building computers. That's my 2 cents on the whole deal, guys. Sorry, I just had a vent. I am making a video on updating your BIOS on your current motherboard if you don't want anything to do with these new ones, and that's gonna be coming out real soon. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave me a big thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, go ahead and leave me a thumbs down. Remember to get subscribed and hit that bell icon so you know when these new videos drop. As always, thanks to my Patreon and Twitch subscribers who I put their names games at the end of my video as a way to say thank you. And Patreon, you guys know that obviously there's a whole reward system depending on how much you support, like getting access to these wallpapers that I do every month. Also, thanks to everyone who used my Amazon affiliate link. Whenever buying anything through Amazon, it's all that money goes back in the channel and directly affects the type of giveaways that I'm able to do, because I still like to do giveaways obviously pretty much every month. Anyway guys, I'm going to continue to make these videos whether you watch them or not, but I hope you do, and I hope to see every single one of you next time here on Gear D. I seriously don't know what AMD's thinking. They're finally being able to compete. It's dumb. Like, here's the thing. If I buy a $500 CPU and then a $600 motherboard, it actually ends up being more money than Intel. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe I'm just blowing this out of proportion. Or maybe I'm right.